Okay, this is my movie review of The Shape of Water. I just finished watching it. I did watch it in two parts last night and today. Number one, it is a movie about bestiality. Um, this movie is crazy. This is a crazy movie. So, um, first of all, the set design is really good. The apartment that the main lead character and her, who is that man? Is he her dad? They don't really ever clarify that, or I missed it. Anyway, really nice set design. The first 10 minutes, I thought I was going to hate it and I wanted to shut it off. Not a big fan of, like, I don't know if this is the 40s or the 50s. I'm not a big fan of that era for some reason. So I was like, ugh. And they were showing all those old movies with, the musicals and stuff. And I'm like, this is not at all what I expected of this movie. But I'm like, it won some awards, and I texted my friend, and he liked it. So, when they introduced the creature, I'm like, oh, he's attractive. I thought the creature was immediately attractive. I mean, I do like reptiles. I am a big fan of reptiles, but I'm like, okay, this guy, this thing, it's got those big eyes, and it was attractive. I don't know what else to say. So then, the man, the guy that was the bad guy. I should know these people. This is a terrible review. I'm sorry. He's so mean and stressful that it just makes me stressed out. Like, he's practically telling that girl that he's going to rape her. He's just a terrible man. The one who got his fingers bit off. Terrible man. And they just keep showing these images where he's shocking that animal with that buzzer, that shock stick, and so stressful. He is so stressful. They threw so many aspects into this movie. You got Russian spies. You have an animal god from South America. You've got a mean, awful, horrible man. I guess that's the villain. You have the villain. Then you've got the underdog who, they, like, right off the gate, they show her masturbating every morning in the bathtub, which I guess is like a, what do they call it? Like a hint of what's to come. This is such a weird movie. It's so weird. And then one of the things that I didn't like about it in the beginning is the woman who plays the maid, the African American actress, which I should know her name. It's such a stereotype, and it's just like, God, I hear African American actors and actresses like not wanting to be the maid in a movie. Let's break the stereotype. But anyway, I just can't get over how strange it is. So, this mute girl is immediately attracted to this creature. And, anyway, she starts feeding it eggs, which is, the whole thing's so bizarre. This person who came up with this, I should know who wrote it and directed it, or what kind of review is it. But, you can Google it. So then, they kidnap the being, and she puts it in her bathtub, and then they have sex. She has sex with this thing. She probably never had sex before, and they don't show it, but that's funny because she's mute and the thing looks flat down at the bottom, and so her friend is like, how? And she goes like this, and then she goes like that. I guess something opens up and the penis comes out. Anyway, apparently it was good for her because she had a big old smile on her face the next day. So this is so weird. Then they have the relationship between the mean guy who had his fingers bit off and his superior, and that's very dysfunctional. It has so much dysfunction. So a lot of blood, a lot of violence. There's so much violence. There's a lot of people getting hit and shot in the stomach and thrown around. When she fills up the bathtub, like all the way to fill up the room and it leaks and it's like dripping in the theater below. And her dad, whatever the guy is whose hair grows back, isn't upset. I'm like, that's not realistic. But he's all happy because the creature who's a god made his hair grow back. And even though the creature's the one that made the injury on his arm, he also healed it. So they've decided that this creature really is a god because it's worshipped in South America. So then she, this mute girl who's never said a word in her life, they're sitting at the kitchen table. This creature is dying. He's trying to peel his eggs, and she starts singing a song about her love for him. And I'm like, it's probably the first time she's ever uttered anything in her life. And she does this big saga visualizing that she's in a movie and he's like dancing with her. And then they shoot back to him and he's just trying to peel his egg. It's like, dude, this is a big moment for her. So anyway, I thought that was hilarious. So anyway, bad guy. I was just very stressed out during the movie. I mean, it's stressful. The whole thing is like, it's almost like an action movie, which I don't really like action movies. But, they escape. They get him back in the water. Everybody gets shot. The bad guy gets the old claw treatment right here. I don't think he's going to make it. The whole thing was so weird. It was so bizarre. Then he had that guy with the missing fingers in the beginning has a big sexy scene with his wife. And I just don't know what's going on in this person's brain who wrote this movie. The costumes were great. The creature looked really believable. I really liked it. And it was a good movie. I mean, I'll probably be thinking about it for a long time. But I don't remember how many awards it won. But that is a weird movie. I mean, I had no idea what was going to happen. And I like the movie. It's just bizarre. Anyway, so Shape of Water. I'm a year behind. I think it was last year's awards. But anyway, I watched it and it's very weird. And anyway,